Good evening, guys. Good result there. We're not to talk about the football just now. It's just the ongoing ground improvements. There's been a lot of work done in recent years with, sponsorship from the community and a hell of a lot of input from the fans. But we're on the cusp of a new fundraising initiative, Donald, aren't we? So you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, it's been clear that the club have been focused on improving the environment, the ground for supporters over the past few years. We've got a new enclosure. The stand has been refurbished for the players, and this year there's some refurbishment work was done in the pylons for the floodlights. So it's been an ongoing process. The fans have been an integral part of that. For the panel beater appeal, the initial panel beater appeal to support the stand refurbishment and the new enclosure would raise £73,000. And last year I was told that the club now want to provide a new toilet facility. The existing one over which is in the concourse just beyond the turnstile as you come in, it's a bit of an eyesore. It's done its time, and that will be removed, and it will open up that area behind the turnstile for people, and it will make it a much more welcoming area for people to come into the ground. The proposal is to get a purpose-built unit. I think it's going to cost £32,000. That will be dropped in against the wall beside the old laundry. As I say, it will create space there, and it will be better located, and it will be a new modern facility.
And there's a whole range of initiatives coming up to support this, isn't there? And Ali, you're involved in one of those, aren't you? It's quite a major exercise this year.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Basically what we're going to do, myself and there's about 4 or possibly 5 others, we're going to do the free peak challenge in 24 hours. That's our plan. So that's we've obviously done events in the past where we've done Ben Nevis and we've done the West Highland Way, but this particular challenge is the first time we've obviously done in 3 different countries in the space of 24 hours. That's our plan. So I've started a sort of GoFundMe page on you can basically see that on Facebook and Twitter, and I've now got some sponsor forms made up. So we're hoping that the community will help us achieve our goals to get this toilet block in place. It's one thing that does need updating. As Donald mentioned earlier, it served its time, and it's the people in Nairn and across the country and abroad have backed us before, we're just trying to do what we can to get the money in place for this to go ahead. And the club are obviously going to put money towards this as well, and we're obviously hoping to get some help from the Scottish Football Partnership as well. So we're hoping between the three of us that we can get this in place for the start of next season. So that's our aim.
I think we promised the club that the fans we could probably generate about £10,000 to £12,000, and that's not unrealistic. We only launched the campaign in December, and we're already nudging on to £5,000 this weekend, which has been a fantastic effort. We've still got a whisky tasting, a gin tasting. There's going to be
the panel beaters. That's still ongoing, isn't it? Yeah, which is a remarkable success before, but it's a wonderful memorial to the testimony of all the fans that registered their support.
Indeed,
to these films.
And families have been recognised, past generations and former players, with the panel beaters boards, and indeed there's new fans around Nairn County now, and we'd like to get them on board and get their £20, and they'll get their name up in as they enter the ground, and they can see it. The other interesting thing is there's been some very generous private donations, and I know there are more to come. And we also have been approached by the parents of one of the youth team members who's going to organise a fun run for us. and there's all we will have Finn's race night. So if you tot up all these events, I'm quite sure by May, when the club are hoping to have their bid to the Scottish Football Partnership prepared, I'm hoping by May that we will have the fans again, will have played their part, will have raised 10,000, taken the burden off. The total project is about 32,000. If we get the grant, it's not going to be too heavy a burden on the football club's resources, and hopefully we'll have the toilets in there at the start of next season.
But it's not all about the club, though, is it, as well? It's very much, this is so much, you know, a community-based club up here, and we have collections for charity as well, food bank collections, and there's a lot of other stuff going as well besides the ground improvements, you know.
Indeed, it's been a welcome sea change in the club's approach to its place in the community. A lot has happened just in the last couple of years, and long may that continue. And the public of Nairn have been very good to Nairn County Football Club, and we have an important part to play. So, and we have to remember too that we're supporting 3 youth teams, and we're soon to have a 4th. So. And
on and off the park, Ali, as Donald says, things really looking up for this club now, mate. I mean, we're climbing the league a wee bit, but generally it's looking good.
The thing that I find the most pleasing part of it all is, as part for the community, liaison with the community, which is fantastic. It's a young side. And it's given the fact that Donald mentioned there, we've got 3 youth teams at the moment, and there's soon to be an under 13 team as well, and that all costs money to run as well. So it's very pleasing to see youth getting the opportunity to work their way through. When I played for the club, I went through the youth set up at Nairn St Ninian, where they had under 14, under 16 set up, and then after that there wasn't anything. But now at Nairn, when the under 13 comes in, and then you've got the 15s, the 17s, and then you've obviously got the under 20s. So it's a really good platform for the youngsters to, and you can see that with the team today, young Max Ewan playing there. I think he's just turned 17 himself. The nucleus of the squad is early 20s.
So it didn't turn into a disaster movie up here, did it? Far from it. We're looking good. Yeah.
I think that the club's obviously gone in a different direction, and it's a direction that we had to go in. Financially, we couldn't afford to do what we'd done previously, so we had to come up with a different model. And I think with Ronnie and Mike at the helm, I think we're in good hands, and long may it continue.
So look on social media for this news of this latest initiative and how to contribute to the fundraiser page.
Yeah, and we're still taking panel beaters' money too.
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
Well, thanks very much. Great to talk to you, and a good result. A wee word about the football. Did you enjoy that game, guys? Yeah.
Not the best.
It's not the best game I've seen. We're on the pitch just now, and the pitch feels quite heavy. I could see like the guy's sort of first touch was today wasn't the best. But end of the day, you're going to get games like that.
Yeah.
We can't all be free falling every single week. At the end of the day, we've got 3 points.
We're one point ahead of last season's total, and we've still 12 games to go.
Yeah.
And we were completely rebuilding last year, so it's a pretty good.
We're definitely moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of things that the club wants to do.
Yeah.
But the one thing is we will do is we'll give youth a chance, and I think it's definitely the way forward for the club. And as I say, the community projects will continue to grow, I think, as well. And it's our way of putting something back into the community as well, the things that we do within the club. We've got a hard-working committee there. We've got a fantastic chairman. So I think the club's in good hands.
Well, thanks very much, guys. The adventure continues on Wednesday night.
Yep. Rough on Wednesday night. Yeah, 8 o'clock kick-off. So the more the better.
Thanks very much. Good night, guys. Cheers.
Thank you, Des.